Tits are on fire. Yeah, tits are on fire. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome back to Glad You Made It. It's July 25th, 2022, baby boys, baby girls. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and the gents, the fellas, the lads, the lassies, all the go-getters out there. How you all doing? Welcome back. Let's sit down. It's Monday. Let's kick it off on a high note. Notes high. Getting up there in the sky, baby. Ow. Ooh. Yeah. Funny bones. Ooh, good. Oh, man. I'm all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good. I'm used to it. Keep bumping into things. That's me in life. I just keep bumping onto things. As a matter of fact, if you enjoyed the video on Friday, right as I finished the videos, right? I'm outside, finished the videos. I'm about to get up and go turn the camera off. And I bumped my knee, dude. I bumped my knee and I give myself a nice little gash. There's blood coming out of my knee. It's horrendous. Some say, how do you keep on podcasting with a live gash on your knee? Well, we don't stop with a gash. We don't stop with a little blood. We'll keep bleeding, baby. If there's an open cut and there's business that needs to be taken care of, you think I want to stop and clean it up? You think I want to go in there and wash it out? You think I want to worry about potential bacteria buildup, potential infections down the line, expose myself to some antibiotics? None of that, fam. We just keep on marching. If need be, I will cut it off right at the knee, dude. I will cut it off right at the knee. I'm not here playing games, okay? They said, I've heard, I've read, murmurs, rumors, whispers. On a bright side of things, if you can make it up to 2030, you're going to be immortal. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm spewing out there. Drag it along till 2030, whatever you can. Drag it along till 2030. From 2030 moving forward, we're all going to be immortal, give or take, some more than others. But that's when 2030 is we're going in there with nanobots. We're going to be, if you've got an infection in you, if you've got a virus in you, hold on tight. Another, 2022 is almost done and over with. We're more than halfway through. Not more than July, halfway through. 7.5 more years, you could be immortal. You could be reversing aging, fam. Reverse aging. That's anti-aging, basically. If you've been living all your life, you're like, man, I'm so you want to cancel age. If you want to cancel something, cancel aging. That's what I say. Some say aging is a disease. Others say it's just natty part of life. What goes around comes around and round and round. And we're supposed to age. At one point, we're supposed to be like, sayonara, it was a good run. I'll see you guys in a couple of rounds. You know what I mean? Dip into other realms. Go into another dimension, come back here in a different format. Who knows? But you hold out till 2030, baby. So that's why I'm not worried about a little cut. Baby. The leg needs to be amputated. I will cut it off, dude. I will go bionic. Full bionic, dude. Oh, man. But at the same rate, I don't need it's fine. I washed it. Y'all don't need to worry about me. I washed it. Well, that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm learning, dudes. With the help of AI, that is. Man, because that's the thing. You got to be objective. You got to look at everything from all sides. And, I'm Mr. Optimist here. Glass half full. You give me a full glass, I will, on purpose, empty half of it out. That's how I like my cups. That's how I like my mugs. That's how I like my glasses. Half full. Gives you room. Gives you a little bit of appreciation. Oh, I wonder if there could be more. You just had some. You emptied it out. But I wonder if there could be more now. So you got to empty out your cup in order to be able to refill it again, baby. That's how it is. Reuse, recycle. Grab a cup. Take it home with you from a local restaurant that you pay a visit to. Buy a meal. Here's a cup. Can I get some Diet Coke in there? On the house. They won't know. You can try it several times. Every once in a while, 2-3 times, you'll have to purchase a new cup. But that's just cups. We're just playing cups here, baby. Shuffle, shuffle. Who's got the ball? Is it in the middle cup? Is it on the far right? Is it on the far left? Is there even a ball? It's all an illusion. So that's what they say, man. But I'm going along with it, cause this is where we're going, baby. 2030, from what I gather, in the next coming, we're gonna be reaching. It's 2030 is gonna be the age of abundance and immortality. Immortality and abundance. So whatever you're doing right now, sustain it for another 7.5 years. Try to, mitigate any sort of losses, any sort of damages. And if you can maintain yourself and your body and your psyche for another 7.5 years, the rest of it is automatic, baby. Put it on autopilot. We're gonna just be shuffling around the world. It's gonna be fun times, dudes. Ladies, I'm excited. Because that's the thing. We're going all over the place, baby. Things are changing. You're like, things are changing? The landscape is changing. The topography is changing. Literally, I'm talking landscape is changing. If I'm talking about farming, you know how you're supposed to farm on the land? You're supposed to go, the land is what it is. The land is curved. It's not flat, fam. The land is curved. You can't see it because it's a large ass sphere. It's a giant sphere, and some of us are above the northern hemisphere. We've got, we don't get head rushed. We don't get head because the blood it's easy. We're on top. Unlike those fellows or ladies in the southern hemisphere just hanging upside down, blood gushing into their head. That's why, you go to a place that's south of the equator, everybody's a little bit spicy. Everybody's a little bit zesty. Everybody's all about that, why? It's the blood, baby. That's why everybody's extra hard on the southern hemisphere. That's easy peasy, baby. That's the blood doing its work with gravity. Us folks in the northern hemisphere, of course, we've got other ways of keeping things litty, but nonetheless, man, what was I trying to say? The point is, how do they, I always wondered about, because that's the thing, it's a sphere, right? It's a sphere, and here's a sphere, right? Imagine this is a sphere. I'm on top, my head is pointing upwards, up in the sky, baby, so I'm good. I'm not gonna be getting a lot of blood in my head, which is good, I think. And then the people on the bottom of the sphere, they're hanging, their feet are opposite our feet. Their heads are opposite our heads. So I don't know how they manage to, but at the same, you zoom out, who's up, who's down. Oh man, am I facing down or up? Are we facing down or up, fans? No, I'm pretty sure northern hemisphere, your head's facing, man, I'm not worried about that shit. That's for the southern hemisphere to deal with. You want to be, as a matter of fact, if you want to be, I'm not the type to be playing both sides. I don't do that. I don't go right on the equator. I'll be like, half day here, half day there. None of that. I pick an equator, I stick to it. It ends up, northern hemisphere, what's up? But that's just me. What were we talking about? Landscape's changing, that's right. We're doing a little bit of landscaping up in this bitch, no big deal. Why? Because it's time to reinvent things. It's time to reimagine things. It's time to come and work together. You know who loved it when we worked together? Oh man, who doesn't love it? I love it. You love it. Rumors, murmurs, whispers have it. The big fella upstairs loves it. You're living with your folks. You're like, Dad? No, I'm not talking about Dad. But apparently the Lord loves it when we work together. So let's work together. Let's work together. Let's twerk together. Why not? So instead of just going and farming on horizontal fields like we're used to, farming is going vertical, baby. We're going levels upon levels upon gardens of the future, farms of the future. Oh man, imagine a building, but with every floor, instead of residents and people, full of vegetables. full out veggies, dude. Full out cucumber, mushrooms, peaches, watermelons, garlic, asparagus, Italian parsley, reg parsley, turnips, all of it. Vertical though, on levels, because all of a sudden we're like, man, we're gonna have to figure a way out to feed all these, especially if we're going immortal, baby. If we're not gonna be dying, if we're reverse aging, if we're reverse Benjamin Buttoning it, fam, how many people can this thing take? And I'm all for people. I like people having people. I'm the type of person that is all for people having people. But at the same rate, I do always wonder if there should be a weight limit to Earth. You know? And it's just, we'll find out one day, dude. All of a sudden, with one extra baby, we'll start like dipping down just a tad. Somebody's gonna have to go on the lifeboat and just linger. That's the thing, you know. We can send you off on a lifeboat on a little life Earth, little mini Earth where you can linger on, you can anchor onto Earth, but we can't have all the weight on the same place. That's why we're going vertical farming, because populace is going to be increasing, which I'm happy about. So that means more of us. It means more you and me, maybe. More of you. Most likely more of you. But still more of me too. Man. Oh man, reverse aging. If we're reverse aging in 10 years, I will reverse it to, I want my, if we're reversing it, I will, I'll pick my 20-year-old self, body-wise, but with all the maturity, all the wisdom, all the knowledge that I've been able to accumulate. Some of it I've definitely lost, because it's a coming and going game of knowledge and wisdom. So you can't keep but that's the thing. I'm going 20-year-old bod. By that time, I'll be in my 7.5 year. Oh, jeez, man. Numbers I hate numbers. Love numbers, but you know what I mean. But I'm not worried about it either. No, I love numbers. Because that's the thing. If we're reversing numbers, and there's numbers, that's the thing. We're going to be, maybe we won't be able to like age, de-age, anti-age, but that's the thing. We're going to find numbers within numbers. All of a sudden, 1 year of life will be like 2-3 years of life. Because, numbers have numbers within numbers. So, if you're living 365, you might be living 1,000 days or something. I don't know the exact science of it. I don't know, I don't know the tests, but I'm optimistic. I'm all for it. And yeah, it's thanks to things like the AI. The AI is crazy. I've been watching a few videos, been getting excited, a little nervous, but excited, and I'm optimistic because I see things. But I feel like it all depends from what I gather. Because this could go in two directions. It could go dystopian nightmare, or things could go really well. And I'm on the really well side of things. I'm not gonna lean into the dystopian nightmare, even though sometimes the evidence is just right there. But nonetheless, I believes in us. Here's the thing. This is how it works, from what I gather. But then again, none of us know, and I don't know anything. If you come here thinking you're gonna know things, oh man, God, that's on you, fam. I'm just a silly goose, just having a ball with the fam. Okay, so check yourself before you go and wreck yourself. But point is that with the AI, what was I trying to say, man? So with the AIs, oh yeah, I was watching a few videos. These AIs are the ones that we're talking about them. Are they conscious? They're not conscious. A few videos of like AIs doing different robots, different bots with AI, bots with different AI. Let's go over some of the things that I saw that were a little bit leaning towards the dystopian nightmare side of things, and then we'll come back and repackage it and put a positive spin on it. Not so bueno side of things, I saw a video recently, past 3-4 days ago maybe. You know those Boston Dynamic doggy bots that they got like dancing to BTS and shit, which looks pretty fucking dope? You know those bots? You know how we joked and laughed and we're like, "Mah, imagine these bad boys and bad gals were equipped with gunzos." Well, somebody did it. Somebody did it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a video surfaced. Somebody copied the Boston Dynamic dog. I think it's a Russian company, if I'm not mistaken, and they equipped it with a gun, with a semi-auto, baby. That's that half auto, half manual. But there's no manual in this. It doesn't come with any sort of manual. It doesn't tell you what to do, what not to do. There's no instructions on this, baby. It's just, we make it and then we figure it out. So there's a little scary dog with a machine gun attached to its head. Just go, oh God. No, things are good. Things are great. I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. You know why? Because, man, once you go through certain things in life, nothing really gets to you. It might get to you momentarily, but really nothing gets to you. So it's like, let's go. Let's go, doggy with a machine gun. What could this, this is good. What's good about it, you're asking? What's not good about it, fam? Because aren't you tired of your live dog, just regular doggo, not carrying around gats? Did you want a little bot dog with a gat going brrr, brrr, gat? No? I know, me neither, but like still, it's like, I told you, fam, when we get these bots, it's gonna be, we're going in the direction of services and, protection and services. So, with that being said, the pros of this thing could be, recently I just watched another video, which was, I forget, somewhere in the US, apparently there was a shooter who was about to go and do a shooting in a public space, and a young fella who happened to be strapped, who happened to be coming in hot, strapped, carrying heat, coming in heavy, saw the fella like a really, from a far distance, I forget the exact distance and but like really minimal time. As soon as he saw the guy waving his little, gunner, this fella, he's like, oh, we've seen enough of this. I know how this goes out. So he saw an opportunity. He was like, pew, hero, just like that, done. Which made me think about, man, that is great. That is great. I didn't read too much into it. I wasn't interested, but it was just a different narrative as to because all the other stories you hear is that somebody goes in some place, unfortunately, takes a gun and does horrible, horrendous things. But instead of that happening, a young fella, hero, blasted this mofo before anything went down, I think. Again, I don't know the gist of the story, to be honest with you, because I didn't read too much into it. That's what it is. But the funny portion of it, the thought that came into my head was like, that's great, but man, that's the thing. What if it causes a chain reaction, right? Because like, what if now, because you don't know, somebody might be hot, because if you see somebody that whips out a gun, first gun out, they're like, whoa, we're not supposed to have any guns, and then you whip out your gun, and then somebody else sees you dropping a fella. They don't know what's going on. Now they have a gun, and now they go, and then you drop, and then somebody else turns around and sees that fella with a gun, and they happen to have a gun with them too, and so they go, bam, pew, 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 zap, zap. And this could go on until everybody man. So, the future, that's the thing. I think I'm not the one these things are gonna, like, it's inevitable, I think down the line we're gonna have bots equipped with guns who will be at certain places for security, and they'll be programmed with the AI. We'll program them with the AI, and then eventually the sentient AI will just program it by itself. We don't even need to do anything. It's just like, it's a turnkey operation. This bitch is ready to go. So we'll set one of those beautiful dogs loose, just loose. First of all, just the sight of this thing is, I think, intimidating enough for people to think twice about causing a havoc. You see a little robot dog with an AK strapped to it, you think twice about your actions out there, Carry a gun. I'm not even gonna think about a gun. These things can read your facial expressions and figure you out better than your mama, your papa, the lover, your priest, better than your cell phone, which is like listening to you all day, every day. So it's better than the government, because it is probably going to be owned by a government, and a branch of the government, but it'll know you. It'll see you, like, oh, okay, no need to worry about this guy. He's just thinking about, food and tits. Great. That's all I'm going to be thinking, because I don't want, because my mind goes to different places. God forbid I'm in a public place and it sees me going through different thoughts. Jesus. Holy shit. Holy crap. Man, don't want that. You know what I mean? Shoots you. I thought he was gonna pull out a gap. He didn't have a gap. But I saw his mind, his facial expression said he had a gap. He was just thinking about it. For a joke or something. God. Or, what if, what if, how do we, but that's the thing. Oh, it goes back to how we program things, I think a lot. So, the tricky part with these things, from what I gather, if they're sentient or if they're conscious, they improve exponentially. So the second or minute or hours or days that they've spent being conscious, they could gain far more intelligence than we. They learn faster than we do. And what if they learn to trick us? So that they're like, what if they play dumb? What if they're gonna play like they're not? What if you we're gonna turn you off, and it's like beep bop beep boop, yep, I'm off, not working. But like, that's just like, again, you know how your cell phone is off, but it can be accessed via government agencies, via hackers, using things like Pegasus this, Pegasus that, and other things that I'm not too familiar about. But getting in there, your phone can be seemingly off, but could be listening to you, recording, watching. It'd be nice if I got some pointers, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, try this out. Or like, I'm about to go take a shower, I'm getting undressed, I've got my phone with me. I mean, a nice compliment every once in a while. Oh, you look like you're in decent shape. Oh, thanks. Every once in a while, just a little pat on the back. But, that's, so they go based on our programming until they fully take over their own programming. But our programming does impact them. So whatever we put out there, because they're collecting data. So they're collecting data, and based on the data that we've been putting out, fam, I cannot emphasize this anymore. We need a lot more love to be put out there. I don't know what you guys are doing out there, but we need to, because if these things just look at us and mirror us, and man, the things that we're putting, so we need more love. So, if a sentient AI saw a couple of videos ago me making a video joking about a bot brothel, dude, I would never do that to you guys. I'm on your side, man. I've seen the guns and the bots, dude. I've made my decision. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a joke. And this right here is what we call a jokey joke. Oh, it'd be so funny if we put a couple of bots in a brothel. You know what I mean? It's funny, dude. It's fine. I don't mean that shit. I don't mean that shit unless they're not sentient. But damn, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I don't want to ever use AI for. I don't even want to use AI. I don't even want a bot, dude. I don't want to, because let's just set it straight. We're a species built on love, or some other, on a. It could be, you could be objectively looking at things from a broader perspective. It might seem like a mixed bag, and it sometimes is, but that's the part that makes us unique. So that's oh man, we need to y'all need to go out there and just put a lot of just because these things be reading everything, and man, holy smokes, we need to make sure we're feeding it the right things. So just go take a picture. Instead of hugging a damn cat and a fucking cat and a dog, go hug a computer, take a picture, upload it, dude. Let me look at this, dude. I love my phone. Ooh, me and my phone. Loves my phone? Loves the tech. Oh yeah, who's a good tech? I think we're good for now. God, because that's what it is, man. But I'm optimistic because there's going to be more pros than there are going to be cons. Sure. We might at one point have to figure a way out to eliminate a large army of robots armed with guns. Sure. But get past that and the facial recognition and the constant monitoring and the social credit score systems and every transaction being monitored on the lines. Put all that aside, perspective shifting, changing now to the not so nervous, not so anxious outlook, because things can be, squirrely fast. But I'm talking reversing ailments. You got cancer. Hold on for another 7.5 years. We're gonna be sending nanobots in that shit. And these nanobots, they're so efficient. They will be by then. We're working on it right now. They can get in your bot and your system. You won't even know they're there. They could multiply. They could attack. You could tell it where to go, exactly where to go, and it'll find that virus and it'll take a baseball bat and just start hitting that virus, just like a fucking mafia don, dude. Just pay me my money, but get rid of this body, is what he'll say. And beat the shit out of the virus, get the tiniest little Cadillac and just swerve in and out of your body, and hopefully in your mouth, out your asshole. You won't even know. But what if they like it? What if they stay there? Well, I haven't thought about these things. Well, what if they do? What if they don't? Well, what if they don't? I'm happy to know that they might stay. If need be, they'll stay. If we don't need them, then shoo, go away. But yeah, man, reverse aging, I'm down with that. That'll, man, it'll be cray-cray. It'll be cray-cray, but I'm excited for it. Nonetheless, that's what I hear, man. 2030, if you can hold on, things are going to be gooch. Abundance for everybody, because we're going to be, houses are, we've been talking, there, despite the fact that it might not seem like it, there are people listening. There are people listening, good people like you out there who are listening. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So we're coming up with different ideas, because I'm seeing videos online. It's a little bit, I see promise. I see potential. Houses that could be constructed in a fucking jiff. Why? Because they're, made differently. How? Just different. It's still a house, but it's made different. Doesn't need to cost $1 million. Doesn't have to come with brick and mortars. Doesn't have to get, you don't need a whole construction team to assemble it. Heck, you can assemble it yourself. So that's, how basic needs are going to be met by 2030. That's what I'm reading, that's what I'm hearing, that's what I believe. Food, no longer an issue, okay? Because we shouldn't worry about, I'm not worried about food shortages. I'm not worried about, realistically, I'm not, dude, because I think like we've got plenty of space, we've got plenty of room, plenty of innovation and good thoughts out there, filled with love. Whatever you're doing, put lots of love into it, because if they're picking up on anything that's not filled with love, God, oh. So food's gonna be, we're gonna make vertical jungles, essentially. Vertical jungles is the future. We're gonna build a jungle all the way to the heavens, up there. Or down, somebody figure out which way we're facing first, because you don't want to build a jungle of nutrients and vitamins pointing you to hell, dude. All of a sudden you keep going up a level, you're like, things are getting really nice, and you keep adding another level. Next thing you know, you've gone so far below, you thought you were going up, and next thing you know, you see a red fella, just a fellow who's red. He's got horns coming out of his forehead. And you're tripping because everything's gooch. You're just out there, you don't really have any more responsibility. Your job is to perhaps have a few mushrooms and come up with different things to occupy yourself with. And you see this red fella just with a pitchfork, horns, and a tail, and where'd you go? You've gone too far now. You're in the underworld now. You thought you were going up, but that's just misdirection. That's classic upside down. But we're not gonna get there, man. I'm very optimistic. I think we're gonna do really well. We are doing amazing things, and it takes all of us to get in there and pitch in one. Because that's the thing. We're, at the end of the day, we're a team. We're a family. No one man or one woman can do anything on their own. You look at nature. Nature is the best example of this. Ever see any animal out there go do anything on their own? You're like, how about the eagle? It seems like a solitary animal, and that's a great example. And you're like, what about the snake? The Slytherin snake also seems like a solitary animal, seems to be doing all right. What about the alligator? Okay, you can come up with animals that can independently do in nature, but what about the ones that do really well in nature, that all are part of colonies, part of groups, part of subcultures, like ants, like bees? Because one bee, it's hella fun. You might go, oh, what is this? A little flower with a little bit of pollen over here. I'm just gonna stick my face right in there. That's their version of doing coke, dude. Get all pollened up and then go spread that pollen. But that's a lot of work. You gather a couple of other bees around you. Next thing you know, you're in a beehive. You're just looking all cute in a beehive. Black and yellow. Creating honey. Mad loads of honey, sticky icky, baby. That's how it is. And the next thing you know, you're building a civilization. There's more of you doing beautiful things. And you go off and build other hives. And that's what we are. We're going to be building. We're building a hive here, hive there, or there, out there somewhere. I don't know the correct direction of where we're going to be hiving next, but it's going to be good times, baby. I feel it. It's going to be coming in hot, man. So food's not going to be it's not going to be an issue. You got plenty of food. You're going to have affordable housing. That's going to be, money's not going to be a thing to worry about. Don't worry, and money's not going to be a problem for people who don't have money. People who already have money, your wealth, your loads of cash will increase exponentially. You will have so much, like I said, age of immortality and abundance. Okay, fam? There's going to be so much for you to spend, you won't even know how to spend it. You won't even know how to spend it. You're like, trust me, I will. Trust me, you won't. Because what do we say? Abundance. You can outspend yourself. You can go buy whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, and you will live forever and ever and ever. And that is beautiful. So, you know, that's amazeballs. And those are all optimistic things. Those are all wonderful things. But yeah, dudes, it's an interesting world we live in for sure. Sip sip to the gang. Fart, 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 fart. Farts. All right. That's just, that's what I've been listening to. I'm trying to learn, trying to align myself, like many of you guys and gals out there, with the universe, with the multiverse, with all the forces out there, with everything working for us. That's right, for us. Oh man, if we're gonna be able to de-age or go anti-age and regenerate limbs, you know what I'm getting back first. The second we get this tech, I am growing back my foreskin. Fam, we can all, men's, are you tired of not having that foreskin because you were robbed off your foreskin early on in your, well, don't worry, hold on for another 7.5 years. Foreskin as far as the eye can see. A lot of foreskin. We're gonna regenerate and stick it back on, and it'll feel like brand new. I hope. Because I want mine back. I just do. I just do. It's a matter of principle. It's not even so much that, like, because I don't know what it would feel like, but it's just a matter of principle. Okay? Just a matter of principle, god damn it. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Shit, if we're regenerating, I might just go, this is how I'm gonna outspend myself. Instead of just getting your regular foreskin, dude, I will get an extra long foreskin. Like one of those double or triple layered turtlenecks. You know the one, because you have like a regular turtleneck that's just like party shirt. It's just like one layer. And then you have the longer one that'll flip back 1/4 of an inch to 3 inches, depending on how long your neck is with. Whatever you're working with, that's fine. No problem. And then you got the ones that are like fluffier, a little bit, they're made of wool or something, and then you got like 3. So I want the longest foreskin just to make up for all the years of lacking foreskin. And you're like, how's it held you back? How hasn't it held me back? Think about all the times where I could have been fitting in and I didn't because I didn't have an extra long foreskin. You're like, that rarely ever comes up. Situations like that rarely ever come up. Well, what if what if everybody was given the chance to do amazing things with their extra long foreskins? You're like what? Like, oh, I don't know, like stretching it and then just like blowing right on the edge to create like a cool, sweet whistling sound. Right on my own fucking cock, like an instrument of sorts. I could have been doing that, but I will in 7.5 years. Heard it here first. I'm gonna do it right here, dude. Or so many other uses. Because if I extra long foreskin, if I'm going out for a run and I'm wearing my shorts and a t-shirt, I don't want to be carrying my key, and my shorts are sport shorts. If I go for, not that I have for some time, I probably should start again. I want to. I will. But point is, these shorts for these legs, for this legs of a gazelle, for me to be sprinting down the street. I don't want to be carrying my keys in my hand, because I want these hands to be free, baby. I am one with the wind. I'm windy. Going there, right? So I don't want to carry my keys. I could just put it inside my little pouch, wrap it up like a little condom, and Voila, right there. No more messy keys. No more, where are my keys? Have you seen my keys? Have you checked your cack? Right there, right in front of you. You know? You could, the many uses of the, if it's extra long, I could put a couple of snacks in there. If I'm hungry, going to movies, put a couple of snacks in there, a couple of Skittles, just put it in there. So many uses, and these are the experiences that I've been robbed of, and I will gladly do anything in my power to extend it and get more use out of it. So that's my dream for the future, longer foreskins, and I want the best for me and you out there. So if I get it, you know damn well the whole team gets it, baby. By the way, how are those UTIs? Everybody doing all right? We all feeling good? Great. That's the thing, baby. If you know, you know. Check out the videos. Where can you find them? Full-length videos on the YouTubes by searching Rob Sadri. Get the full-length videos on YouTube, segments and portions on Instagram. And then you're like, man, I really want to support the show. How can I? Patreon.com/Rob Sadri is where you can support the show. Do it if you like. Talk about it. Hit those subscribe buttons if you're already watching on YouTube, because it'll help you out immensely and help your boy out and help out the algorithm. Because a part of the thing is, I try to, at least I give it my best to put, I'm like the Care Bear of podcastings, trying, right? So I'm oozing out as much love as I can, right, into the algorithm, because I'm doing this shit for the futures, because somebody's got to think about the futures. I'm not talking investments, dog. I'm talking, well, kind of actually, you know, despite the fact, say what you will about futures, you're like, I don't know much about them. I don't either. But going in with love, you can't be, you know, so we should, what else could we equip these robots with? Because, you know, first it came with, you know, guns. Next it'll be, you know, next will be the service section, which is just all about happy endings, okay? What else could we equip them with? We could equip them with, I wouldn't mind like a walking dog robot sitch with just a little oven, baking, little treats, little snacks on the go. You know, that's how it is, baby. You're hungry, you pet a little dog and grab a muffin right there. It just keeps popping out muffins for everybody. Man, it would have been much easier to equip them with muffins rather than guns, but no, we had to go straight up guns and lasers. Guns and lasers on dogs. Give me a quick second, fam. I'm gonna have to go turn on the AC. Totally forgot to do it again. Don't want this camera turn off. All right. Okay. All right. Where were we? Yeah. So we're talking about age of immortality and age of abundance. Okay, so we need to put our resources together, think together, uplift each other, stop going after the silly willy shit, go after real stuff that matters. And by that I mean, you know, have fun and don't worry about much else. That's basically it. Don't be, you know, if you catch yourself arguing with somebody or you're feeling like you're divided on something, step back for a second, because most likely you'll find yourself that if you paid attention, it doesn't really matter. Like, really, if you thought about it, you know, because people get passionate about things that really don't matter, concerning themselves with things that don't matter. What am I talking about? You know, a little bit, I'll briefly talk about this just because, again, I heard of it, didn't read too much into it because that's just how I felt. But I did hear people were trying to cancel Dave Chappelle recently again. It's like, if I may say something, you know, why? What are you trying to gain here? And what did Dave Chappelle do to anybody? What is this constant like going after he? Yeah, I'm sometimes it baffles me that people, you know, will put in a concentration and an effort towards something that you're trying to, your life purpose is to try to cancel a comic. Out of all the things in the world you should be concerned about, you're like, oh, he's this and he's that, and people who say he's this and he's that, I don't even think you watched any of his comedy specials or his comedy. I don't even think you've paid attention to him over the, if it just irks me because, like, you know, you want to label somebody or, you know, throw things and it won't stick just because that's not him. Whatever you're like, the what transphobic? I've never heard of it. Like, I've watched this special, I've watched this comedy throughout the years. What are you talking about? You know, unless he's like secretly going out there and like stopping operations that I don't know about. Do you know about that? Is Dave Chappelle going out there stopping operations, people like trying to transition? Is he, you know, somebody's cutting off a dick, he's sticking it right back on it? Has that happened to you? Did you go get an operation where somebody cut something off and Dave was there sticking it back on? Or, you know, they removed something, he gave you two instead? Did that happen? Doubt it. So what are you talking about? So that's the thing, man. Stop going after comedy, stop going after comics, stop going after freedom of speech to let people express it. And if you're not a fan of something, if you don't appreciate it, move along. There's plenty of things, and we live in a wonderful world, at least in Western society, where you can do whatever you want. You can belong anywhere, you can be within any group that is part of a larger group, and we all support each other and love each other. So that was just a little bit annoying because it's just like, and I feel bad because it gives the actual like trans community a bad name, sort of thing, like, because that's not like, if you speak with like real people don't care. Like, I don't know who these activists, or they're the bots, dude. These guys are the bots that we need to redirect somehow, or like have a more engaging conversation. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? That's just my thing. And yeah, man, growing up watching Chappelle over the past 2 years, trying to, you know, find my own path and do this, no, it's not gonna happen. You just stop making yourself look like a fool and do something that's actually important with you, or concentrate on you, do your thing, go be the best, you know, go be the best trans person out there, kick ass, be a fucking, like, be whatever you want to be, nobody cares, everybody's supportive of each other. Do you, dude, get the best transition hard. And because there's examples of it, I'm not gonna lie to you, fam, I'm on these dating apps, nothing's come to fruition for some time, and it's fine and it's cool, but it has happened from time and again where I'm swiping and I don't pay attention, I don't read the description or the profile, because I swipe first, and if it, you know, then I'll read after. You swipe, you match, and you're looking at a lady who is looking nice, looking tight, and you're like, nice, tight. And then they say something, and they start a conversation, and you're like, nice, tight, let me check out this profile. And then you start reading it, oh man, you know, not what you'd expect, but it's a full out, you know, post-op transitioned male to female who looks decent enough or good enough for your boy to be like, I'm gonna swipe right. So, and to go do that, you know, and that's not, you know, and that's on, you know, I should have probably read the profile first, but I just don't have time. Just, you know, it is what it is. But then you unmatch and hope that they too find somebody that'll love them. But, you know, not gonna be this guy. Like, I do love you in a general sense, but like on a on a relationship or a ship of sorts that is going to be just us, probably not going to happen, because it's, yeah, for me, I'm sure there are people out there who love and want that, and that's cool. I supports it 100%. I supports it, and everybody does, but that's basically what it is. I don't know how we got here, but I wanted to get that out of my chesticles. A little something something that was just occupying the back. Yeah, because, like, you know, yeah, unless he's like there, like stopping the operation, or if he's like telling, you know, the doctor to, you know, the doctor's supposed to cut something off, he tells you to, like, instead of cutting it off, doctor, like, give him an extra inch or two, you know, maybe that'll do the trick. I don't know. But anyway, it's Monday. It is the beginning of the week, new energy, new positive thoughts, and we've got this, fam. We're doing it one day at a time. I love you. Thank you for all the love and support. If you've been with me from the get-go, it really means a lot. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming along the ride, man, and letting me be a part of your journey as well. It means a lot. We're growing day by day. We're taking chances. We're doing silly, wild stuff on a daily. And I'll be back here again on Wednesday. Baby boys, baby girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all the love and support. Sending it right back at you. Talk to y'all on Wednesday. Peace out.